much. We're only worth as much as somebody's going to pay us. And that's where I guess it's more the arrogance of the Yankees. And there's also been the argument of, well, hey, if you wish your team would do that. You know what? I don't, I'm a Cubs fan, as it's been well documented on the show. I would not want the Cubs to go out and do something like that because I know that I'm going to pay for it. I know I'm going to have to pay more to go to Wrigley Field. I know my two daughters want to go to Wrigley Field this year, and last year I didn't go at all because I refuse to pay for a product that I think is inferior. So, okay, well, we're going to give you that product, and you're going to have to pay for it, more of it. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. I'm going to have to pay in order to bring my kids to go to a game because that's the way baseball is. And I guess you could just say, shut up and do it. You make a good living or whatever, but that's not the point. The point is that there's a lot of people out there who don't make a good living, and guess where they're going to have to turn? I think this is going to help minor league baseball because these people, more and more people are going to turn to the minor leagues because they can't afford to go to a major league game. Heck, it's happening in other sports. We got a hockey team down the road here, an AHL team, took the kids and the wife and the mother-in-law to that hockey game the other night, and it cost me probably a quarter of what it would have cost me to go to an NHL game. So that's kind of the point. I mean, wouldn't you agree with that, Napper? Don't you think that at some point these prices are going to just get out of control because the Yankees are going to make a profit?
I don't think you have an argument until attendance in Major League Baseball goes down, and attendance in Major League Baseball has not gone down in like 12 years. It's gone up like 12 straight years. Until attendance goes down, I don't think you have a valid point because these yahoos are still going to games. Baseball attendance is increasing every year. People are willing to pay for it. I'm less willing to pay for it. I went to the least amount of games last year that I have, probably since I was in college. I think I only went to 4 or 5, maybe 6 at the most Tribe games last year because I'm getting to the point where I'm not willing to pay for it, but other people are. Other people are, Mike Moustakas. Baseball attendance is still going out the rough. So,
you win the Mike Moustakas pool.
So until these yahoos stop going to games and just refuse, and I know I mentioned it I think last week on the show or the week before, even if you don't go to the games, you're indirectly contributing to this when you watch them at home. Yeah, you think, oh yeah, I just pay my cable bill every month. Well, obviously the Indians are charging Time Warner Cable or whatever or Spot, they're charging the cable companies to carry their products. So you're still indirectly supporting Major League Baseball even when you watch them on TV. So unless you not only not go to games, until you stop watching them on TV and ratings go down and you stop attending games and the attendance marks just go way down, nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. And we only have ourselves to blame until you stop watching them on TV, you stop buying the hats, and you stop going to games. Nothing's going to change. And a couple people per city, not going to games is not going to change. Attendance is still going up.
Dallas, do you agree with that?
I see how. Minor league baseball is going to be positively influenced, I think, by the economic downturn in that it's a cheaper outlet to go and watch baseball. But I agree with Napper. Until the attendance drops off at the major league level, nobody's going to care. And really, your theory on the Yankees spending all that money, it affects the baseball fans across the country, I guess, in some of the things that they pay. But it doesn't impact us as much as it does the Yankee fans. And the Yankee fans, I would think, are all for this because it's most important to them to win. From my understanding of the interaction with Yankee fans or just seeing Yankee fans on TV talk about it or whatnot, it seems like the most important thing is for them is to win at all costs. And they got a brand new stadium which is going to sell itself for at least a couple of years because you got all these non-Yankee fans that are going to want to try to go there because that's the home of baseball in many ways, and now it's a brand new home, so they want to see what this new Yankee Stadium looks like. So they could charge these ridiculous amounts of money for the next couple of years, and their attendance is still going to be through the roof because of the new stadium, and if they've got any sort of a decent product on the field, which I think they will have, or they'll have the potential of it on any given day, that they're not going to see a drop-off in their attendance. Now, you look at the team that I support, the Rangers, and they were off 500,000 people last year in paid attendance. And they have had their 8th losing season in the last 9 years. It's the first time they were below 2 million in attendance in 91 or 2 or something like that. And so it's impacting other areas across the country. As a Ranger fan, I would like to see them spend some more money. I understand they've got talent in the minor league, but they need some veteran